Hey everyone, it's Cathy Zielske. Welcome back to my channel and my studio. Today I'm sharing a new die all about celebrating the good things in life. It's a flute, it has bubbles, and today I'm going to show you how to put that die to work. To see my card project, stick around. It's coming up next. Here's a look at the products I'll be using today. I created this really simple little champagne flute. And it's kind of fun because the inside panel cuts out bubbles, and I've got some shiny cardstocks. Look at that, it's like vibrating in the camera, but I've got some pretty cardstocks, and then I've got this cute little banner set. Now I'm keeping these all together for now just so I don't lose them, but they say cheers, salut, and to love. So you could use these for New Year's, any celebration, anniversaries, weddings, you name it. All right, let's get started with some die cutting. I've got the new Intri-Cut die machine from Gina K, and we're gonna push in the platform, and now it's stuck down to my glass surface, which is really nice. I've been giving this machine a nice workout, and I'm gonna place my cutting mat in, and I wanna start out here by cutting the inside. So I don't want to waste all this glitter. So I'm just going to put it right here at the bottom. And this sandwich works great. You only want to cut into the gray mat of this machine, and then you can put the platform on top if you like that arrangement. I have it set on the side to die cut, and I'll just run it through. And what is so nice about this? One-handed. This is very easy. I'm showing you this because I have terrible wrists. And, well, actually, my left wrist actually really hurts today, but this is not hard to run through, and I think that's pretty remarkable, especially for someone like me whose wrists, not the best. So, cut number one looks great. Pick this up because the part that I want from this is just the bubble fill. And actually, let me see if I can squeeze this in to get the camera shot. You can just go in and poke out the bubbles. You could save them if you want. I'm not going to because I really want them to be see-through, but we'll just poke all the bubbles, and I'm just poking them right on my little Simon Says stamp. Well, I call it my Pokey Paw, but it's not a Pokey Paw. It's the Positively Perfect Craft Pad. I have golden bubbles to fill my glass. Next up, we'll cut the outline of the glass. So then I take my mat and I will flip it every time just to keep it nice and straight. And here, I'm going to take my glass and see if I can put it right there. I'm going to angle it just a little so that maybe I can squeeze in one more, but we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to do two glasses or one. I just wanted to get started with some of the cutting. So again, we'll run that through. Gets right out the back, bring it back. I don't need to, but it's just easier for me because my laptop that I film with, it's all right in front of me. All right, take this off, take this out, and then again, lift off the plate. And now you can see. Also, you can save that piece as well. But now I have my cute little outline for my golden bubbles, okay? So we got some golden goodness happening. I am going to go ahead and cut out 2 more layers in white so that I can build up just a little bit of dimension. While I have the machine and a little bit of white cardstock left, because I cut 2 layers that look like that, I am going to cut my little banner layer. I think I can squeeze that. Well, let's see. I might have to cut a little cardstock here to get it to fit. There we go. Because I want to have a white layer right there. That way I can have the banner itself be in gold. So let's cut that. Okay. Just bring that up here. And I'm in an awkward position because my desk literally stops right at a certain point. I don't have a very large surface, but that is what I want. I wanted to have that little friend like that. And now, whoops, I can take another scrap of my gold here, and I think I'll just cut a piece like that. And again, I try to flip my plate every time. It's just going to help it stay. I don't know which one I want. I kind of want to just do a cheers, a classic. So I'm going to squeeze this in right there. I think that'll work. That way I don't waste other gold, and we'll run that through. Now, one of the nice things about having this top plate, this big thick platform, right? As I will show you. Actually, let me get that off there. It's a very smooth surface because you're not cutting into that surface. And so look at my gold cardstock. You know how sometimes your top plate kind of mucks up your metallic cardstock? This is not going to do that because I believe that's just how it's going to be. And now, oh, look at this. I have my little letters. Now, you can save the counters if you like. I might save the counter for the R. Did it fall out? No, it's still in here. The counters are the parts inside the letter that fill inside, and that is called a counter. So I may put my counter in. So I'm going to pop it here in this little tray. It's so small. This is so easy to lose. Okay, I think I have enough die cutting done, so I'm going to show you how to put together a really simple card. I've zoomed out a bit so you can see my whole area here that I'm working on. It's not as sexy when you're zoomed out as far, but I have my platform. I'm going to do a Spellbinder's plate. Now, what I have found in experimenting, this is a 3D plate, but it's a little thinner than some other plates. So I'm putting it here at the 2D, and I've got the tightness all the way down to 5. I've got a panel of cardstock. This is also 110 Neenah Classic Crest, Solar White. I thought I would go heavier just because, I don't know, I think, something like that. I just want a little texture. So I'm going to put it on the platform, and I'm just going to run this through. See, it says 3D, but it really does feel like a 2D folder. You just kind of have to experiment, right? If you have a machine like this, yeah, just experiment, see what happens, run it through, see what your results are, and there you go. All I wanted was to have, oh, there you go, a little bit of 3-dimension, and of course it's got some lower little areas in there because I thought that would be cute for my panel. All right, now we're ready to build a card. All right, so there's my panel, and you can see that texture when the light hits it with the shadows. I put some foam tape on the back, and now all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use liquid glue for this. I will speed this up because, it's like watching paint dry. I'm gonna add glue, and we're gonna glue our layers together. Cute is that? So now we have our little cheers. I mean, honestly, look how cute that would be just by itself. Like, it doesn't have to be filled in with the bubbly, but let me get some cardstock to prep my note card. So now I am going to score my note card at 5.5. And of course, this is 11 inches by 4.25. Slides you out, and I'm just going with a very minimally colored card, right? We're doing tone on tone with white. Of course, give that a good press with my Teflon bone folder, and I'm going to tape this flat, which is what I do, because I can't pop things up if something has dimension. And this cardstock is really solid. Like, it feels so good in the hand. I think that's why so many people love it, because it's a nice heavy weight. But for me, I gotta be flat. All right, let's get the panel. I'm gonna take this off and pop this on so that we have our cute little balloon panel. Also, something like this would be cute for literally any birthday, right? It's so subtle. And for people who don't like an in-your-face kind of birthday design, it might be great. So excuse my head if it gets in the way. Gotta look down on it and say yes. Right in the center. Yeah, that's good. All right, and again, see that fun texture that you get on there? So here's what I'm thinking. We have our little friend like that, but I can pop this in behind, and the way I would do that is I'm gonna glue this down first, then do the fill, right? Pop that down, and then we would just have our little cheers. That's really cute. It's so simple. Okay, let's do it. Let's glue this first, but I'm gonna have to have a little second to let this adhere because of the dimension and texture. So you always want to keep that in mind. I think that's one of the reasons I like liquid glue for something like this, is because it's great for paper to paper, but also when you have something that has some dimension. And I'm not worried if any oozes out because it is clear when it dries. And this is, did I mention this earlier? It's Connect glue. I love this glue. And I think I'm going to get my brick ready because it's going to have to sit for just a second. I don't even know if I need to do, well, I usually wash or clean my tweezers pretty regularly because I get them mucked up a lot with glues, various glues and adhesives. Well, let's see, does that look pretty centered? I think so. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe down a little. That's also why I like liquid glue. And now press and walk away for a couple minutes. I want to show you something that's kind of cool too. Let me zoom in a little. Sometimes if you ever have an area where there is a little glue and you don't want it, take your craft pick and just kind of sweep and wipe it off. You can always clean your tools. I use like an undo type thing, and I clean off the sticky stuff. I always wear a mask when I do it, and I do it in a well-ventilated place. But sometimes I like to just go around and see maybe where there was a little extra. Even though it dries clear, you can just wipe it away. All right, so that's looking pretty darn good. And now, and here's the thing, you would not have to do the fill too, because look how cute that would be. I mean, very simple, right? I thought about doing a shaker, but honestly, I like this idea. So I'm gonna do it. Because then you're getting a glass full of bubbly. Now, if you wanted to cut part of it off, I guess I could. I didn't even think of that. You know what? You could make the glass not as full if you wanted. I might do that actually. Let's see what it looks like. Sometimes when you're designing something, you think, oh, what's another thing I could do? Well, you can make the glass. I'm going to cut it right here between the top bubble and the two side bubbles. Oh, that's fun. Okay. I love it. Didn't even think of that. And now, see how we have our glass like that? I think that's really cute. Okay. Or you could keep it all full. Or you could do an ink blended background as well. But I'm just going to put a little liquid glue all the way around, just in key spots, because this should stay in nicely because of the die cut. So you don't need it to be coated with glue, just enough to keep it in there like that. And then I will drop it in and wedge it right down in the die cuts and press. Oh, that's so fun. And sometimes too, I will take my bone folder just to make sure I'm getting right down into the die cuts. I think that's really cute. Cut off like that and press like that. Okay, and really press that in. Yeah, fun. There's my bubbles coming up. Then the last part of this card is just to add the cheers. And all you have to do here is just find the points of contact, which I think will be right there. And we'll just do a little glue here and here. And as long as there's enough to catch it, it will hold it. And so I just don't want to press it down too hard. And we're going to put our little cheers right here. Oh, I think that's so cute. It's so cute. All right, press that down. And now to finish it off, if you saved some of your little friends here, you can add a few bubbles coming out of the drink as well. So I could go 1, 2, 3. Let's just do 3. So I would take maybe a bigger one there, and then just pick up some of the really small ones. They're so tiny like that. And that there. I mean, you could do as many as you like coming out. Actually, I think that's really cute. I'll try for 5. 1 there. Come on. Little glue like that. Maybe just 1 there. Okay, that's cute. And again, just use your leftovers. I actually threw mine away and then realized, wait a minute, this is actually really cute. Pick up some more glitter, and now I have more bubbles coming out of the top. And that's my finished card project. So I think it's a really fun design for, again, weddings, New Year's, any celebration, birthday, anything that you're toasting or lifting a glass to celebrate someone you love. You can find links to all of the products I used in today's video in the YouTube description box. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you, so hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I post. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day. To see more celebratory cards, check out the 2 thumbnails I have linked below, and I'll see you in those videos.